Hello and welcome to your Astrological Vibrations for March 21st, 2015 by Gaia Blooming. And our energy mantra for today is I spring into my new I am vibration. And I want to say happy Astrological New Year. We have moved into Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. And with that huge paradigm shift, new moon solar eclipse that we had right there at the last degree of Pisces, moving into Aries is so much like a new year. So I really encourage you to treat this like it's a new year, new you, because no matter what degree you felt it to, there is a definite shift happening, and there's a definite letting go of things, and there's a new energy coming in. So, work with it and see how you shift. Astrology, sometimes there is those boom moments. You're like, whoa, it happens all at once. A lot of times, these things happen slowly over time, and when you look back, you're like, wow, look at that shift. And it's really cool to track the astrological patterns that happen along the way. So, the moon today in Aries as well, joining the sun in Aries, the moon and sun in this new sign of Aries, will be meeting up with many different little, planetary interactions. The moon will meet with Jupiter, Pluto, and Uranus early in the morning before those of us in the States are awake. So it's kind of establishing how are you going to work with these energies this year? How is your I am vibration, your feelings on your I am vibration going to work with the energy of Jupiter? How is it going to work with that transformational energy of Pluto? And how is it going to work with the revolutionary, world-shifting, I am shifting energy of Uranus? So that's up to you. How are you going to work with that? How are you going to let transformation work with you this year? How are you going to, revolutionize yourself this year? And then how are you going to continue to open your heart? The coolest thing about today is that there are two yods going on amidst a grand trine in fire. So it's really cool looking, the chart today. So there is a yod pointing at Saturn in Sagittarius, and there is a yod pointing at Jupiter in Leo. And I think these work together so well. Jupiter in Leo, about to go direct very soon, Jupiter in Leo is asking us to open up our hearts and, be true to ourselves, be true to our creativity, be true to our inner child, be true to our own expression. And then Saturn in Sagittarius is opening up our horizons, opening up the realm of possibilities, but it's also asking us to bring acceptance to places where we've usually poo-pooed it and been like, no, that's not true, it couldn't be true. It's shifting our beliefs. And so I think they're working really well together for this new year, because if we're still out there casting judgment on what everybody else is doing, we don't have time to really work on ourselves and shift ourselves and shift our own horizons, which is what it's really about, is working on ourselves. That's what we're here to do. And as we shift ourselves, everything out there shifts as well. So, there's a lot of energy with that today. And as this new year, new you, how can you shift yourself in that way? How can you bring acceptance and allowance into your life in a new way? How can you open your heart to things that maybe before you held anger against or some kind of fear? How can you shift your heart vibration? I know you can. It's up to you. All right, so besides that, we do have Venus today at 4 degrees in Taurus. So we know that to be that revolution, evolution degree. And it's the first, revolution, evolution of Taurus in a while. So, you may have some value, self-worth stuff coming up against you. And, Venus is actually going to be interacting with Saturn, which is still over there in Sagittarius at that revolution, evolution 4 degree. And so if you are having those issues, instead of fighting them, allow them. Allow those issues, allow that part of yourself, give low self-worth, give them a name, give them a face, and let him talk, or her, and say why they're feeling that worth, and you may be surprised what comes forward within you. Give yourself some nice affirmations to go with it, like, my low worth is worth it, and see if that bumps it up. And of course, I always recommend the Ho'oponopono for those kinds of things because it can do some amazing shift. So Mercury is also going to have an inconjunct with Jupiter. So Mercury in Pisces may be coming against Jupiter in Leo. But the common ground with them is that they both do want you to bring forward your compassion and open your heart. So see, where are you holding back? I think your issue will be like where you're holding back that love. Anyways, Grand Trine and Fire, always like, whew, brings on the energy. And the moon is going to be connecting to Mars, still in Aries. So that may help bring a little bit of that fire into your life and finally bring some action. I've been so tired during this eclipse stuff. So hopefully that's going to like kick my butt into action. So I pulled 2 cards. And the first card I love. It's this friendliness card, and I think it goes really well with this card. I pulled morality, and I think we're moving away from this. This is the place where our idea of right doing and wrong doing traps us. So we become dried up old prunes because we're like, oh, I'm going to judge that because my father judged it and my grandfather judged it and that kind of thing. That suddenly it's like, wait, but does that make sense? And then this card comes up. And what these 2 cards made me think of together was the Rumi poem that's out beyond the ideas of right doing and wrong doing. There is a field, and I will meet you there. And this is what we get. And I think this is what we get when we can work with those energies of Saturn and Sagittarius and Jupiter and Leo. We are friendly, and we can work with each other, and we make amazing colors. So, look at your judgment. Be willing to look at your that's right, that's wrong. And remember, we never walk in somebody else's shoes, so we never really know. You never really know enough to know, which is why our horizons can expand. So, enjoy your astrological new year, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.